What's up? My name is Rich. Welcome back to another video. And in this video right here, we're going to discuss everything you need to start your online t-shirt business. Well, I guess we can scratch out the word t-shirt because you can practically use this for any online business. So let's get straight into it. The first thing you need, of course, is a computer. Whether you want a desktop or a laptop, I would prefer a laptop because it is a little more versatile. And you don't necessarily need some kind of crazy desktop rig with crazy speeds for this business. You just need a good laptop that's going to run whatever softwares and programs that you need. So that is one thing you want to think about, is the softwares that you need to run your business. So for myself, one of the t-shirt printing machines that I use is compatible with Windows only. However, you could still use the MacBook. They do have emulators nowadays where you can run Windows simultaneously, but you may run into some issues using that. So be sure to think about that when you make your purchase, either Windows or Mac. And I do at least recommend at least 8 gigabytes of RAM to run everything on a computer. A little more would be great, but 8 gigabytes should do you justice. I wouldn't necessarily worry about the processor too much, because if you're purchasing at least something up to date or new, processor in that laptop or computer should be good enough for you. Just make sure you at least have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Alright, so the next thing is your shipping label printer. You need a Dymo or a Rollo. Well, at least that's the two most popular. I personally have a Dymo. I do hear a lot of great things about the Rollo. You can get free shipping labels for the Rollo if you have a UPS account and you're mostly using UPS for your shipping service. So you could check that out on their website in regards to those labels. However, if neither of these two are in your budget, you could always look into a laser printer, or your household inkjet printer will still do the job. You can print it out on plain paper and tape it to the box, or they do sell shipping label sheets for your printer that is split into two, and it actually is a sticker as well. So you can print directly on there on your printer and just still stick it onto the box. And on the topic of shipping, you really got to think about who you're going to ship with. Are you going to use UPS? Are you going to use FedEx? Are you going to use USPS? Or are you going to use something else? As far as myself, I sell t-shirts, so for the most part it is under £1, and there's nothing cheaper than USPS first class for items under £1. So you may want to look into all the carriers, set up business accounts, make up some quotes, see how much it costs to get an item from here to the other side of the states. If you're just starting off and you're selling in the US, I do highly recommend you just start off by selling in the US only. There's plenty of customers here, and if you're gonna go ahead and try to start selling international, you're gonna run into a lot of issues, something get lost. That's gonna be a big hit right there, and it's gonna take some time away from your business. But anyways, more so in depth of shipping, even if you're drop shipping, it's nice to still have the supplies, because every once in a while you might get a return. You have to handle one little item, so you might want to be prepared, still have your shipping label printer, and then you want to have the supplies. You want to have the tape ready, you want to have the boxes, however large your items are. For myself, I use mostly poly bags, so carry different sizes for different size items, different weights, and you do need a scale. You need your tape, you need your packaging, and you need your scale. So your scale is going to also depend on your item. Do you need a super large scale that's going to weigh huge boxes like up to 500 pounds or higher, or do you just need a small scale? So you do want to look into those items. Now that you got all your shipping stuff situated, you need yourself a website. How are you going to sell your items online? Are you going to sell in a marketplace like Amazon, Etsy, or are you going to sell on your own website like WooCommerce, Shopify, things of that nature? So you want to look into all those websites, see which one works for you and your product, and sign up. Most of the time these websites have free trials or are free, and they just charge whenever you make a transaction. So look into that. The next thing, of course, you need your product. Now this video isn't necessarily about product, but make sure you got the right product, and make sure you did research on it, and make sure this is a business you want to get into, and make sure at the least it's something that you're pretty passionate about, or something that you don't mind doing for quite some time, because it will get overwhelming if you're just in it for the money. So really think about that when it comes to your product. And from there, of course, you need your business license, your resale license, whatever kind of certifications you need for the business that you're in. For the most part, you can always check with your state. They have this on the Secretary of State website. Well, at least that's what it is for Georgia. I don't know if it's necessarily always on that same page, but you can find it on your state website. So you can always register there. If you're confused about it, there are websites like LegalZoom that does charge a fee to make this process easier for you, because it can be a little confusing. Now this was a basic checklist for your online business. I hope that's good enough for you to get started. We might have missed some steps, who knows, but I think we did pretty well, and this can get you started. Now once you get all these things in line, there's one last thing you need to do. Every once in a while, remember to take a big deep breath. Because it's going to get overwhelming. There's going to be struggles in this business, and sometimes you might not see results as quickly as you would like. Just remember, it takes time to build something. The most popular quote is, Rome wasn't built overnight, I've never used that quote before, but it's true though. If you want something bad enough and you're willing to work for it each and every single day, you'll get it. So once again, my name is Rich, and I'll see you next time.